In this Q&A today, we got a lot of suggestions, we got a lot of comments, we got a lot of questions, and we got a lot of statements from viewers on suggestions on how to do things and what to call things. So let's see what this is going to be about today. I'm Tom Kovichak, and this is Tom's Trains and Things. This channel was created to help other modelers who are in need of guidance in pursuing their dream of building a model railroad. And today we have a lot. I think I got 14 of them on here, and we'll go through them as fast as I can. So let's get going with this right now, right after this. Before we get started with this, I have a couple of announcements. Go check out Kelly's channel, CSX Baltimore Sub Division. He's having a contest that runs from April 15th to May 15th. He's giving away a Canadian National Tier 4 GEVO or a $200 gift certificate for modeltrainstuff.com. I'll have the link in the description down below. All you have to do is watch the video, subscribe to him, and leave a comment saying I'm in on CSX Baltimore Sub Division channel. So go check him out there. And after you're finished watching this video here at 7 o'clock, go see Sparky's live show. He has it on every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And this video is running a little bit longer than I expected, so I'm going to make 2 videos out of it, tonight and tomorrow night. We'll have it half of it today and half of it tomorrow, because I just kept on going for too long. I got 25 minutes or more of video, so keep an eye out for that. Watch this one first, then go see Sparky and go see CSX Baltimore Sub Division. Now for this. If you would like to see more videos like this on model railroading and questions and answers and anything else relating to model railroad electronics and all this good stuff that I do right here on the breadboard, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And while you're at it, ding that bell, and that'll notify you whenever I have a new video coming out. And go ahead and check out my playlist. I have a lot of videos on there. I have over 40 playlists on my channel where you can find the videos easily by category. So let's get going with these questions and answers and statements and comments and suggestions and everything right now. Here's one from Mario's Right Nut. Dumb question. Why the L girder and not mount them directly to the ceiling? Now that was in response to my video on my track lighting, and I put them on L girders. Well, I put them on L girders because this is also my studio and I have things hanging from them. I got stuff mounted on them. As you can see, I got a microphone thingy up there. And if I ever get the money, I'm going to get a rack where I can mount a camera facing straight down, because right now I'm using that right there for cameras. I got this camera here, I got that camera there, and I also use a tripod up on a Joby tripod up there to use my DSLR. Here we go. I use this camera up here sometimes on the Joby tripod to shoot straight down, but I'd like to have it way up here because I could get better focus on it when it's further away than close up. Even though I could pinpoint the focus on it, manual focus on the parts down here, it still doesn't look right to me anyway. But that's why, and if I ever stop using this place as a studio, I could put a valance up around to hide the lights. All right, next question. This is from Michael Wolak. Hi Tom, great video. Any idea when you will be doing a video on how to use the resistor substitution box? Michael, I did one I didn't do a video specifically for a substitution box, but I had it in a video where I was doing these crossing signals, and I was using the substitution box to figure out what resistors to use to change the speed of the flashing. And for those of you that don't know, this is the substitution box that he's talking about. I did a video on that about a couple of months ago where I soldered everything in there. And I also have one where all you have to do, it comes assembled already, but all you have to do is change the jumpers on there to get values, and you can get more precise resistance on this one here, because I think the tolerance on these is 1%, where on the box it's 5%, and then you have to go by the set values on here, which is 47K, 68K, and 100K. That's the values that I used on that video. All right, this is from Mike Prim. I have a question about how to adjust the sound on my DCC locomotives. Great job with your videos. There is a CV, and I'm not sure what it is, but I think I told you it was CV128 that adjusts the volume, master volume. Now you could adjust each one of your volumes for your specific sounds, and it depends on your decoder, your sound decoder, which sounds are on what CV. Different manufacturers have their sounds on different things. Some of them only have a few sounds. A lot of them use all available 28 functions for your sounds. Okay, here's a long one. Hi, Tom. News about ATX power supply. This is from Robert Schwarm. News about ATX power supply. Let me do it this way so I can get it bigger. I have a supply that came from an industrial computer and has a capacity of 450 watts. It conforms to all the hot wiring color codes and voltages on those colors, but when a 5 ohm 5 watt resistor is placed across the 5 volts to ground, the supply shuts down. Well, the one that I had, and I have it right here, I have it underneath my bench, I did a video on, that was 250 watts. That came from a normal personal computer. He's talking about an industrial computer here, and I don't know how old it is, but it could have been really old where they didn't need the resistor in there. Some of them just had an on-off switch on the back of the power supply. Now, I'm not sure if that's what he has there. He didn't mention it, but that's probably why it happened on that one there. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, another one from Robert Schwarm. When installing drop feeders on an incline that is running along the backdrop, it is easier to bring a section of the incline subboard down in front of you. Then install track along the section, drill out the drop holes, lower the piece of and you can see the whole comment down here. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but anyway, what he's talking about is, and I did the same thing on mine, on these two lines going way in the back. What I did was, before I even put them there, I mounted the track on it. I drilled all the holes for it. Now, since the far one is behind the buildings, I didn't ballast it, but I ballasted this one here because it's in front of the buildings. But what I did was I took a whole 8-foot long piece of plywood and mounted my track on it, and I ran it over just a little bit on each end so I could put it in place and then match it up with the other ends, match it up each end. And that's what he's talking about here. And I told him that I did that on mine. Thank you for the information on that. Thank you for the information on that. Russ Ratesman wrote in, "Hi Tom, those orange connectors are called luminaire disconnects. They are used in fluorescent light fixtures to disconnect the line voltage from the ballast." And the rest of his comments is down below. I always wanted to know what they were because they are really good. And I'm talking about the video where I talked about the connectors for DCC. They're used on fluorescent fixtures for the power. So you could just pull the power on it, change the ballast out, put another ballast on, and plug it back in. And I wish I had them when I had to change ballasts. Okay, where were we here? Okay, the Doug Day writes in, Tom, what does all the writing on the Arduino Uno mean? I want to order one on eBay and I'm afraid I'll order the wrong one. Please email me a photo of the one you are using. I use several different ones, and the one he saw on my video was an Arduino Uno. It was original Arduino Uno, manufactured by Make in Italy, but it was the SMD version. But now here's another one from, let me disconnect this stuff here. I'm testing out a stepper motor on this one here. But I have one from Elegoo, and I got this, and my my Nanos are also from Elegoo. They're real cheap. I think I paid maybe $10 or $11 for this. They even come cheaper than that, but I know the name Elegoo and I bought a lot from them. But anyway, since everything is open source, you don't have anything to worry about. I would just look for a manufacturer that you see them making a lot of parts for. Like I have Elegoo, I have Sunfounder, I have Adafruit, I have a Uno from Adafruit, and it's black and it's called a Metro. Let me see, I got some other stuff here. I have a motor shield here, and this is from Seed Studio, SEEED, and Motor Shield, and I think they do an Uno also. But there's a lot of manufacturers out there that make Unos. The reason for it is open source, so anybody can make them. So some of them you'll see some other people's name on it, and some of them you'll see Arduino on it. The ones that have Arduino are the Genuino. I am cutting off this video right here because it went too long, so I'll put the rest of it in tomorrow's video. You'll be able to see it on Thursday. This is the 18th. I'll have it up on the 19th. So, we'll see ya.